New coach, same expectations for the Washington Capitals. They started their chase for another Stanley Cup in Buffalo tonight. Number 19, Virginia Tech didn't want to go into their showdown with Virginia with back-to-back losses. Well, mission accomplished. The Hokies swept the season series with Notre Dame tonight. The problems started when the Washington Nationals announced that a player tested positive yesterday for the virus. Then immediately 4 other Nats players quarantined due to contact tracing. But at the time, Nats GM Mike Rizzo said the game was still going to be played.
Ovi, to the younger guys who aspire to be like you with such an accomplished career, what is some of the advice that you give them?
Just follow your dream. It's the most important thing. If you want to do something, hockey, basketball, whatever, just follow it and hopes everything's going to be good.
You certainly followed yours.
I was trying, and I'm still trying.
You're still trying. What is your dream now, Ovi?
Another Stanley Cup, Olympic gold.
Matt Scoggin told me you had no water for 6 days in your apartment during that ice storm. How were you able to overcome that adversity and win 2 Big 12 conference titles?
Oh man, that was really hard.
Elliott, at Darlington, you'll be paid tribute to a throwback paint scheme.
That means he's old.
I was just going to say, how does it make you feel?
Allison Gibson has had a tremendous story. She's one of the seniors here that we're highlighting at the Big 12 Conference Championships. She actually was found by Matt Scoggin as a swimmer at the age of 9 years old. Matt used to talk to her. They would sit next to each other after kick sets. He said what stood out to her, she was always outworking everyone. She was always ahead.
I'm Natalie Kalibat. Welcome to the Quirk Hotel. Come on in. Follow me inside. Let's head up to the rooftop bar. If someone is wondering where to go and they have a free night, why the Quirk Hotel? Why here?
I think we offer something different for Richmond.
Welcome inside Willett Hall. I'm Natalie Kalibat alongside Sam Hovan. There's no place like home, Sam. Longwood comes home to face the defending America East Conference champions, the Stony Brook Seawolves.
The Super Bowl isn't for another week, but Ron Rivera has already picked up the biggest win of the NFL season. He's cancer-free.
What can we look forward to tomorrow in the platform events?
Well, history. Jordan Windle's looking to win 4 straight platform titles for the first time. No man's ever done that.
Before Virginia hosts Virginia Tech tomorrow at noon right here on ABC8, we'll be breaking down everything you need to know about the history of this rivalry.
We continue our coverage of the 20th anniversary of the Siegel Center as the VCU Rams host North Texas tonight. Martin Truex Jr. led after stage 1, fought through adversity after spinning out in stage 3, and took home the checkered flag, his second in Richmond and second of the playoffs. Former Virginia Tech quarterback Bruce Arians has been coaching for 46 years, and it's all led up to this moment. Phil Mickelson has returned for round 2. Last year's winner at the Dominion Energy Charity Classic has returned to defend his title, this time in front of fans.
I really enjoyed it last year. I had a great time.
The Texas native O'Neal won her first Big 12 Conference Championship title on the 3-meter springboard. She became the 4th freshman to win a title on 3-meter, and she could make history tonight if she wins back-to-back 3-meter and 1-meter titles, the first freshman to ever do that. But she is seated behind her teammate, Paola Pineda, the junior from Veracruz, Mexico. I talked to Coach Matt Scoggin this morning after her prelims. He was very happy with Paola's performance.
Things were looking bad for the Washington Capitals after one period, but this goal by Connor Sherry right here ignited a major turnaround. Washington picked up its 3rd win in a row and heads to Las Vegas next Sunday. At FedEx Field, Natalie Kalibat, 8 Sports. Coach, congratulations on being inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame and named to the NFL 100 all-time team. What do those honors mean to you, especially coming from not one, but 2 different sports?
Hey Natalie, how you doing?
If the pandemic put a damper on your summer, don't worry. We're showing you ways to have fun safely right here in Virginia and across the Southeast. John, you're pretty new to the area. You may get some ideas.
Yeah, I'm going to write this down.
Guys, it's a great day to have a great day because the Richmond Flying Squirrels have fallen right in line with state regulations. So that means we could be at full capacity for tonight's game against the Altoona Curve. Tiger Woods was hospitalized after a car accident early this morning in Los Angeles. According to ESPN, Woods suffered a compound leg fracture and a shattered ankle requiring surgery.
Long wingspan. McMakin trying to battle some defenders, gets it done. Longwood extends its lead 12-2. And that's 7 total points for McMakin. What a day she's having. And she continues it. Lays it up for Longwood, and that'll be a 14-2 lead for the Lancers. McMakin must have had a Pepsi.
I was going to say.
Anytime that VCU and Richmond meet on the floor, you bet it's going to be a big game. But tonight's matchup carries even more weight because both teams are playing some of their best basketball of the season. The top teams in the East have been beasts lately. The Islanders, Capitals, and Penguins entered the night with a combined 18 straight wins. Washington trying to run its own streak to 5 in a row against Buffalo. Phil Mickelson has pretty much done it all in golf, winning 5 majors and 44 PGA Tour events. But for just the second time, he'll be competing on the Champions Tour. You can't get Richmond and VCU fans to agree on much, but both groups will be happy to share home court advantage for the tournament, which runs March 10th through the 14th.
A lot of tears, yes. He said the waterworks happen for the players, for the coaching staff. I mean, these guys work so hard every day, their whole life to get on this stage to earn a seed in the NCAA tournament. But it's the Mike Rhodes mentality. They're already looking forward to next year, and they're not going to let this get them down.
Thanks for joining us for Veterans Voices, honoring those who serve. I'm Constance Jones.
And I'm Natalie Kalibat. With Veterans Day coming up on November 11th, we are honoring the men and women who help protect this country.
How do the Cavs hope to slow down that Tiger offense this time around?
That's a great question. You know, this is an experienced Virginia group on defense. 15 players who started a game last year are back this year.
Hermie and Elliott Sadler's racing roots run deep in Virginia. Even during a busy career NASCAR, Emporia has always remained home.
Obviously, you guys are a few years apart, but what was it like growing up in the same household and racing together?
It was a lot of fun, really. There was enough age difference that every step of the way we were in a position to kind of help each other. I got started in kart racing early on. Elliott came and joined that. That was a great family experience for us. It was the only time that our whole family really was able to be together. Later in life, I think he kind of helped pave the way for me because he came along and had a lot of success and built on what I had started, but took it to a much greater level.
I think it was great that we always had each other's best interests. It was never really a head-to-head conflict with us, and I think that's what kept us so close through the whole thing.
Elliott, what does it mean to you that Hermie said you took the Sadler name to the next level?
Well, he got us there, and I think we all had a good hand at helping each other all the way through.
You guys are 2 down-to-earth brothers from Emporia, Virginia. You could have been anywhere. You could have moved anywhere you wanted, but you decided to stay true to your roots here in Virginia. Why is that?
I was fortunate. I always felt like I was been fortunate to be able to race and chase my dreams, but also be able to stay close to my roots here in Emporia and in Southside Virginia.
When my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer, I was driving for Ray Evernham at the time, and I called Ray and I was like, look, I don't need to be in Charlotte anymore. I'd been here 10 or 12 years, had served my time. I want to be back home, be around my mom. It was a lot going on with our family at the time. So he was all in supportive of it, which was great for me to have an owner like that, to sell everything and move back home and be back here in Emporia, and I've been as happy as I can be ever since.
Odicci Alexander took the sports world by storm, pitching through injury to help James Madison make a record run in the Women's College World Series. But it all began in a backyard in a small community in Mecklenburg County under the watchful eye of the man who raised her, her grandfather, Washington Alexander.
We set up a little well house for there for and marked off the spots that she needed to hit, and she really, really did it. This was the plate. You know, the home plate, the grass kind of grew up over, but I'm gonna dig it up now. And that's how she had it lined up. And this was the pitches that she had, and she really knocked that block in.
It took a lot of pitches to get Odicci Alexander from a small town to the Women's College World Series, and most of them were thrown right here.
But that's how Odicci got started when we helped. She did this 7 days a week. Honest, she really did. When school was out, she'd come here in the evening and practice all day long. She was very determined. We, the maker, had to come in the house and say, girl, it's getting dark over there. You don't need to be there throwing that ball. But she really did, because we had a light right there, and she said, throw by the light.
Washington Alexander remembers those days fondly.
And this is when Odicci signed up to go to James Madison. This is Odicci in 2018. Softball Player of the Year at James Madison University.
Washington's health prevented him from making the trip to Oklahoma City, but he was there in spirit.
Me and her, my wife, we were very close. She called up just about after, very close. She would talk to me a lot and say, "Pop, this is for you," because she know that I couldn't be there, and everything she did, especially when she said, "Pop, this is for you."
Odicci received a standing ovation from fans of all teams when she came out of her final game against Oklahoma.
I was kind of in tears myself, because I really, I know I said, "CC, you need to get out of that," but I think everybody was in tears, because she had tried so hard, and once she gave all she could give, she had tried really hard, and it didn't work out for her, so that's why she really, really broke down.
And now she's an inspiration to girls in backyards across the world.
If artists can do it, I can do it too. It makes them, I don't know how to put that in words, but yeah, believe in themselves that I can do anything.